Well, Sadiq Khan has once again been exposed as a climate hypocrite. I love it when we expose the hypocrisy of politicians. What I hate is the fact that we as society, the rest of us, apparently completely ignore these exposés and continue to vote for the same politicians, the same policies, and then they continue to complain that the country is in a mess. Anyway, let's talk about Sadiq Khan, the mayor of London, who has been telling people, trying to encourage people to no longer fly around, to stop using flights to go on holidays or for work. Just stay at home, use your Zoom video calls, clap for the NHS and save energy. That's basically what he wants, right? But we discovered that he's managed to rack up 80,000 air miles just in 2023. Little bit too much. Now, Tony Devonish, City Hall's Conservative Environment spokesperson, accused Sadiq Khan of failing to practice what he preaches. He was asked about, obviously, the use of private jets in May 2023. Sadiq Khan said, "We are in a climate emergency and people are more aware of the need to consider the flights they take and opt for low carbon alternatives if they can." So if they can. But you yourself, Sadiq Khan, apparently you can't. Yeah, your life is very tough. Anyway, said every sector of the economy must cut its emissions if climate catastrophe is to be averted. Aviation is no exception. In fact, it is high emitting sectors like this that must be making the biggest changes. Frequent travelers, Sadiq Khan says, should consider firstly whether a particular journey is needed at all, and if so, to take the lowest carbon options wherever possible. Problem with Sadiq Khan is that we now have some information about what he's actually been doing, and his team, not just himself, and the rest of his team as well. In May 2023, oh dear, Amy Lammer, the London's night czar, took the 20,000-mile round trip to Australia for the Neon International Nighttime Economy Forum, whatever that is, lasting just 2 days. Just for 2 days, right? In October, Sadiq Khan's deputy mayor, Justine Simmons, travelled to Sao Paulo for the World Cities Cultural Forum. Her return flight was funded by the Abu Dhabi Department of Culture and Tourism, a flight worth £7,257.04 and paid for by the Abu Dhabi government. Publicly available expenses declarations show that obviously some of them have not been used, their taxpayers' money in Britain, but it doesn't really matter. It's about the air miles. The London mayor himself took a trip to New York in September 2023, taking with him 5 members of his team. This one trip alone amounted to 41,412 air miles. Since he was elected in 2016, Sadiq Khan and his team have racked up more than 440,000 air miles. But you guys, you're not allowed to go on holidays. You're not allowed to go on your business trips. Just stay at home. Use a fax machine. Everything's fine, according to Sadiq Khan. Now, Susan Hall, the Conservative mayoral candidate, has come out to say, while Sadiq Khan flies around the world lecturing people at glitzy climate conferences and schmoozing with celebrities, he is failing Londoners on crime, transport, and his unfair ULEZ expansion tax. But let's see how Londoners will react this time round when it comes to this upcoming London mayoral election.